A very, very happy Easter to you all. Our reading is taken from Luke 24, verses 1 to 12, the resurrection of Jesus. But on the first day of the week at early dawn, they came to the tomb, taking the spices that they had prepared. They found the stone rolled away from the tomb, but when they went in, they did not find the body. While they were perplexed about this, suddenly two men in dazzling clothes stood beside them. The women were terrified and bowed their faces to the ground. But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here, but has risen. Remember how he told you while he was still in Galilee, that the Son of Man must be handed over to sinners and be crucified, and on the third day rise again." Then they remembered his words, and returning from the tomb, they told all this to the 11 and to all the rest. Now it was Mary Magdalene, Joanna, Mary, the mother of James, and the other women with them, who told this to the apostles. But these words seemed to them an idle tale, and they did not believe them. But Peter got up and ran to the tomb. Stooping and looking in, he saw the linen cloths by themselves. Then he went home, amazed at what had happened. Well, embracing Easter can change like nothing else, but why? Because Easter means that the rules have changed. I want to share with you three of the most important rules that have changed because of Easter, and why embracing Easter changes us too. First and most obviously, Easter means that God has changed the most basic rule of all, that everyone dies. And that means that there is truly nothing to fear in this life. Second, in God's newly revised Easter rules, nothing can now separate us from the love of God. Not doubt, not sin, not even denying Jesus, because those apostles, they doubted, they sinned, they denied knowing Jesus. So what did Jesus do? He appeared to them and dispelled their doubts and forgave their sins. These are the new rules. Doubt, denial, sin, these don't separate us from God's love. Jesus won't let them. Nothing can now separate us from the love of God. And that means for us, embracing Easter means having our hearts filled with God's love, no matter what we have done in this life. And the third newly revised Easter rule, there is now no situation in life that is completely hopeless. Those first apostles thought they had found a completely hopeless situation. Their leader was seemingly dead and buried in a tomb, and their hope was indeed literally dead and buried. But Easter showed them that you can't kill hope when you have faith. You can't bury hope when you trust in the rule changer. Hope will always be alive because Jesus will always be alive. And all things now work together for the good for those who love him. There is no tomb that can hide God's love. There is no tomb that can bury our hope. Nothing in this life. Easter means nothing if it does not mean that. And so today we can rejoice no matter what is happening because Christ is risen. Indeed, Easter changes the rules forever. We no longer need to fear death. We no longer need to fear tomorrow. And we no longer need to ever give up our hope. In the newly revised rules of Easter, resurrection takes the place of death. Faith takes the place of doubt. Courage takes the place of fear. Hope takes the place of despair. And a love stronger than death conquers all. And so our prayer today is really simple. Lord, we thank you for what you did for each one of us. Thank you for the resurrection power that changes the rules forever. Lord, we believe it, we rejoice in it, and we let our lives be changed by this absolute miracle. For Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. Alleluia. Happy Easter.